very much. I'm Roberta Lynch, the Deputy Director of AFSCME Council 31, a union that represents the employees of Heartland Human Services. We know firsthand how very serious the problems that workers face are. At the broadest level in our society, over the last 2 decades, as the number of workers able to organize into unions has declined, imbalance of wealth and power in our society has grossly expanded. And now so much wealth is concentrated in the hands of so few, while the middle class is ever sliding backward. The Employee Free Choice Act is an essential tool to change that. We need the Employee Free Choice Act to rebuild the middle class in this country. We have a president in the White House who understands this. President Obama said just 3 weeks ago, we need to level the playing field for workers. You cannot have a strong middle class without a strong labor movement. We absolutely agree. And you can see in the stories of the workers that you heard here today that the current system is broken and why the reforms that this law contains are so urgently needed. The Employee Free Choice Act provides for workers to be able to choose to form a union by majority sign-up. We know something, AFSCME, about majority sign-up here in Illinois because public employees in Illinois have been able to join a union through majority sign-up for more than a decade. And in all that time, there has never been a complaint about the majority sign-up procedure. It works, and it works well for workers. It works, and it works well for workers who want to form a union. We know because we are organizing now workers at Resurrection Healthcare, where thousands of workers have been trying to form a union and have faced intimidation, harassment, and workers being fired just for exercising their basic right to try to form a union, and labor law isn't there to protect them. We believe first that majority sign-up will enable more workers to choose to form a union. Now, let me just say bluntly, there's a big lie afoot today. The gross imbalance that currently exists between employers and employees in our society has galvanized the corporate America as never before to oppose this piece of legislation. And there is an all-out assault going on in Congress against the Employee Free Choice Act. That assault is predicated on a fundamental distortion of the act. It is predicated on spreading what I can only call the big lie that the Employee Free Choice Act bans secret ballot elections. It does no such thing. Under the current law, the secret ballot election, under the current law, you can have majority sign-up or secret ballot election, except the employer gets to decide which it is. Under the Employee Free Choice Act, that's why it's a free choice, because you will still be able to have an election or majority sign-up, but the workers will get to make that determination. We know in Illinois, from our experience in tens of thousands of workers joining unions using majority sign-up, that most workers would rather just sign a card. We know that from experience. That's the way that they find it easier to join unions, and I'm sure the workers here would tell you exactly that. That's a provision that's designed to make it easier for workers to exercise their rights. And I find it more than a little ironic that big business in this country and employers who never, ever allow employees in their workplaces to vote on a wage proposal, to vote on how promotions will work, to vote on any single thing that happens in that workplace, where the water cooler will be placed. No employees are allowed to vote on anything. But these employers have now decided that they are the champions of workers and that they are going to defend workers' rights to democracy and to have a secret ballot election. I don't think so. By spreading that lie, they are just demonstrating once again that their only interest is in protecting that continuing imbalance in America's workplaces. The purpose of the Free Choice Act is to change that imbalance. to give workers once more the opportunity to become part of the middle class, to raise up those who've fallen behind and bring them back into the mainstream of the American economy, to rebuild the American middle class, which fundamentally will rebuild our country. Thank you.